Hi, and welcome to Boy Girl Boy Designs. In this video, I'm going to be showcasing how I made my summer shoe card using the new stamp set of Summer Fun from the Summer Idea Book, or the Summer Mini Catalog, excuse me. So let's get started. We have a piece of crumb cake that is cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and then scored at 4 1/4. For our centerpiece, I have a piece of natural white cardstock cut at 2 inches by 4 1/4 inches, a piece of crumb cake cut at 2 3/4, a piece of crumb cake cut at 1 3/4 by 4 inches long, and then a piece of the Designer Series paper of the In Color, the Pear Pizzazz in the leaves, in 1.5 by 3 3/4. And then for my main image, I have a piece of the Naturals white cardstock at 4 3/4 by 1.5, and then my main image is on a piece of crumb cake that is 4.5 by 1 1/4. And then I used the coloring technique to color in, and I will show you that real quick. Alright, so I have the 4.5 by 1 1/4 piece of crumb cake, and I have the shoe stamp on the eye stamping block, and then I'm just inking it up with the basic black ink pad. And then I'm just going to press straight down, line it up. And of course I didn't ink it up very well, and the one that I plan to color is the one that's not showing up really well. So I'm going to zoom in. Alright. Actually, I'm going to flip it over and ink it up again. Much better. Alright, so I'm going to color everything except that middle triangle in the center of the shoe, and I am using the Wild Wasabi Stampin' Write marker, and I'm using the brush in first. And then to get the shadow technique, I take the pen portion of the card, or of the Stampin' Write marker, and I just lightly go back over the portion that I want the shadow to be. So I want the shadow on the top of my shoes. So I'm going to go over and just follow the edge of the stamp, curving and blending. And then it needs some depth in here. And that way I get shadow that's the same color as my main image is. Then for this card I used the Real Red marker, and I colored the center diamond portion. And then I also used the white, the Uniball Signo gel pen, and then I just lightly circle on the parts that I want the white to show. Alright, so back to the card. So I have everything sponged with the chocolate chip ink pad. Just quickly show you how and then I have all the layers, including the card base, sponged. And then I have gone ahead and attached most of the layers already using the snail adhesive. So I'll attach the last one real quick. The snail doesn't like to work on the foam backing, but the table is uneven, so I need it to stamp. Alright. And then we're going to take the Very Vanilla, the seam binding ribbon, and I want my bow at the top because I want the directionality of my leaves to show on the card. So I'm going to put just a plain knot at the top. Alright, and then I will apply some more snail to the back. And then I did it both on the left and the right. And I tend to like the or the left side better. I don't know why, just personal preference. Alright, and then we're going to pop the main image layer up with the Stampin' Dimensionals. And then I also used the jewel rhinestones to add to the card. So if you have any questions about the card that I made today, please visit my blog at boygirlboydesigns.blogspot.com. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and happy stamping.